Secondly, when after 5 years of the first surgery, when everything was looking good, the company was growing good, another setback came to my life. Again started feeling the pain in my legs, and it was detected that the first surgery was not completely successful, and I had to undergo a second revision spine surgery, which was even more difficult, which was even more dangerous, with higher risks of complications. Now, I faced this difficulty with a great bravery, and last year on 1st September, I was again operated, and I am still on the roads of recovery. But since I have faced it with bravery, I feel now more motivated, more enthusiastic, more passionate to live life. In the end, I would like to say my favorite lines that tough times don't last, but tough people do. Over to Chandigarh Toastmaster. My childhood was no different from the childhood of almost all the engineers of India. Since I was good in studies till 10th standard, so my parents always wanted me to choose the engineering profession. So I chose the non-medical profession, not by choice, but because of my parents' choice. I did my graduation from CDC Landran in electronics and communication field. This was the period when the actual building of the person who is standing in front of you happened. When I entered the engineering college, I got to know about a lot of new things. What are these new things? I got to know about the rose day, the propose day, the hug day, the kiss day. So these were the things which I actually learned from the college. And then I realized that till now I have been doing the things of my parents' choice. So I wanted to discover the actual myself of Babanpreet Singh. So I wanted to find the leadership qualities of myself. For this, I started taking part in the events or like fest of the colleges. I started organizing the parties for the people. I organized the freshers party for the juniors. I organized the rallies and many other things. Then I realized that I need to make up some money also. So the idea of organizing the trips actually came to my mind. When this idea came, I discussed it with two of my friends and they motivated me for this. And during this whole discussion, which was taking place at my friend's place, at night, we launched the whole company in the dreams. And the layout plan for another 1 year was launched. And then at around 2 o'clock in the midnight, the trip to Manali was launched. Then the whole struggle to make that trip a success actually began. Every single day of that period is a story in itself. It taught me a lot of things. Finally, it feels good to inform you all that the first trip was successful and I took 30 students to Manali. Although from the verge of getting a loss, I ended up with no profit, no loss equation. But exactly after 1 month, on 11th August 2012, I organized another trip to Shimla. This was of 35 students. 1.5 months later, another trip to Jaipur was organized, and this time the number of students was 58. Now the 4 months have passed and I have tasted the success of this field, but I realized that the exams have come and I have not prepared anything for that. On the contrary, I have organized a trip to Goa, but now my father comes into the picture. He forced me to cancel this trip and focus on the studies. So for 1 long year, I didn't organize any trip. But I decided that I will start my own company in the field of tours and travels. Just as my training semester started, I organized a lot of trips, and this is how overseas travels came into existence. Now, from the last 2 years, we have organized a lot of trips to various places of India. And as there are thorns with the flowers, there were few setbacks also that came into my life. Firstly, when I was appearing in senior secondary examinations, I started feeling some pain in my left leg. When it became so worse that I could not even walk even a single step, it was detected as a slip disc problem in my lower back. After all the conservative treatments failed and the steroid injections failed to relieve me, I was operated a major spine surgery. I underwent a major spine surgery at the age of 70.